It's installation day for the Whirlpool 18,000 BTU air conditioner. I'm going to install it myself. I will show how I do that, and we're going to have to figure out how to mount the case inside the window. So first we're going to reopen the window. I had some trouble getting this open the first time, but I think I understand what the problem is this time. Okay, got the window out. And now we got to get the torque wrenches out of the way because those are precision instruments. And now we got to get the frame in. And we'll do this ladder until later on. Okay, that's where it's got to sit. Now we need to figure out how we're going to secure this. We have two options. I have a metal bar, which I can put on the bottom and use a chain, hook it up on either side, or I can try to screw the top of the case to the deck. The ladder is certainly easier, but getting it to that point might not necessarily be easier. We also got to check to see what the tilt is, because the house and the deck might not be square. Okay, there's a lip under here, and I gotta think about this. Do you want that lip to be on the inside or the outside? If the machine is heavy in the back, it's gonna push it front. So that little lip should be on the outside. Tilted forward a bit more than I would prefer. Oh well. It's got to go up as much as it can. There it was, 21 inches in. Gross. Alright, let's see what our options are here. That's all the space I have to work with. It's not enough to put a 2x4 in, and I don't want it tilted any more than it already is. It's pretty tilted. I could probably screw it to the deck over here. It really has to be screwed kind of on the end though, because this isn't really structural in the middle. I'm mostly concerned with sliding it in, even screwing it temporarily. I'm concerned about it just pushing out when I'm trying to slide it in. Can I secure it? I do have a full beam. If I could secure it in place in the front and then just put the thing on the back to hold the weight, that won't work. had some straight edges in here. I think I put them in the attic. I didn't think I was going to get to them anytime soon. Just like metal mounting plates or something. Wall shelf or something, adjustable height wall shelf, I think it is. Might be able to use this.
I gotta find
The pieces of chain that I had. Trying to find it, I'm just not having any results. Well, I guess I no longer have what I thought I was going to use to do this. So we might need to just do something temporary until I can come back and correct it. So it's going into, I'm not going to keep playing with that window. So it has to go in now. I opened the window up. Oh, that's annoying. I specifically put that aside somewhere because I knew I was going to use it soon. And I don't know where I put it. And I can't find anything else that I knew I put it with, so there's got to be a box missing somewhere, which is very irritating. But I will see what it is. Please spend any more time on that right now. Okay, let's see what other. Oh, here it is. Here's the chain. I hope this chain is. Yeah, this should be strong enough. If the machine falls, it'll probably still work. Oh, but it's stuck. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is in the front, I will screw the front up to the top to keep it from going forwards and backwards. I think I can do that. There's a little bit of space there, but it's not very much. Yeah, that's actually hitting the top now. So that's, I can do that, that'll work. And then I'll hold the back up with this chain. I think that'll look pretty good. We probably don't even need a flat metal piece. It'll look nicer than a flat metal piece, but don't have one, I don't have one. stupid flat metal piece can go fart in the bag. I don't know where it is. I think it's in the attic probably. Alright, so now we're going to need some washers, which I have, and some screws. We use 2-inch screws. I think we'll do 3 of them. 3-inch screws. I think that should be enough. I don't see why we would need more than that. So we'll use some washers to spread out the surface area of the screw's head. And this isn't really holding any weight, this is just for stability purposes, so this is fine. Probably just use the step that works the best and it's easiest. And then now the only thing we'll have to block up is I'll have to put a piece of wood here. Or actually I have some plexiglass I could potentially put here instead. Might look a little nicer. So force it all the way over, that's good. I need to force this up the rest of the way. So we're going to screw it in place to be pretty much just like that. Got to make note of where the beam is. So the beam, you want to put the holes right about there. That is 7.5, I think. We'll go with 7.5 is right about the middle. So we'll put one here. Put one here. And that'll just keep it from going forwards and backwards, which will be helpful during the installation process. that's totally wrong. I can see it doesn't even line up. What the heck? Screw it, I'll just do it by eye. Dumb measuring. Oh, unless did this... No, it didn't move. Push this over as far as possible so that there's no gap for you to hold. Can I shove something in there to push it over? If I could get this pushed up against and not the side of the wall, that would be great. Gotta have something that I can use to do that. It's kind of the opposite motion that you normally would need. Spread something apart. Does it? Threw the whole thing off. Maybe this is not going to work. Actually, no, I think it's okay still. Yeah, it'll pull back down. Alright, so now we just need to get the other two. I'm just going to eye it because I can't measure anything for some reason. No idea why that's the case, but it is. I'll hit it all 3 times just by guessing. Don't bother to measure. Little burns here from scorching hot metal coming on. This last one looks accurate. Go figure. we will have no issues with the seal on the right side, just on the bottom. It's just a little bit of something we're going to use some spray foam. I want to be very particular about the insulation on this, as to not lose any heat in the winter, because this is going to stay in all year round. It's probably going to stay in until it breaks. Hopefully it never does, but who knows. Okay. These things are kind of messed up, but let's just I got the radio going up. You'd never know. It's a beautiful sunny day. I'm telling you, everybody should have one of those radios. And everybody should have a landline telephone too. Alright, let's see how sturdy it is. Obviously we're going to secure it more than that, but it actually could probably come up. That actually is falling off. I will secure it some more for personal sanity, but I think it would be fine like that actually. It's quite strong. Where was the part of this that didn't have the spokes? Is it this one? I gotta find some hooks. I could just use screws, but I want it to look nice. Hooks will look nicer than screws. I know where the hooks are. I don't think I'm no, these would be strong. Probably are. Or with this just to be fun. Maybe we'll use these. This is very excessive, but the other options I could use these. I wonder if these have a weight capacity on them. We'll go with these bigger ones. Number 2 zinc plated screw ropes. Where's the stinking scissors? There's a mess of the area here, but I'm gonna wait to clean it up until I get this air conditioner on. I've been working outside all day without the air conditioner. Probably sweat out a gallon of water today. So ludicrous how hot it is today. It's 66% humidity at 90 degrees. Do we even modify the length of this? I foresee a problem here. When you hook it on, you have to raise it up almost an inch past where it needs to go. I might have to use this on one end, and that gives us, that saves us about a half an inch, and then I can screw the hook in. Okay, I got it. I know how we're going to do it now. That was a quick solution. This is defective. solution. Chain's not perfect fit, but it'll work. Alright, I think we're ready to put it in. This shifting around will stop once the weight of the machine is in the wall. It needs to stay like that. Alright, let's go for it. Now the fun part begins. We'll get the machine now. This tripod stinks in comparison to the other one. The art looks really cool, with the exception of all the junk that's under here, the buckets and flower pots. Those two are going inside. That's part of the reason why I wanted to get this installed, because it'll clear up some space inside. I don't like keeping stuff outside. It gets dirty and wet. It's just, nah, no good. almost lost the air conditioner on the way over here. One of the stinking wheels just about fell off the cart. Looks like one of the pins came out. And now nothing's holding on the dang wheel. Unreal. There's always something breaking around here. Okay, I've got the machine now. And what I'm going to do here is I use the ladder to kind of inch it up, and then it goes in. This seems like there shouldn't be any problems. Okay, here we go. The worst thing you can do is panic when you're in the middle of this. It gets harder and harder as you go up because now there's less things to grab onto. Not at a good angle. Usually I have the ladder like on the, set up in A-frame mode, further away from the wall. Oh well. Alright, we're good. That was the worst part. This is easy, but it's doable. And that's how it's done. Got sticky stuff on my hand. Now I see why this wasn't going in. There's a lip on the bottom that grabs on the back. So you have to actually go up and in. Which it doesn't want to do because the thing is bent. There we go. Alright, I'm going to take a break and wash my hands because I hate when things are sticky that shouldn't be sticky. Okay, how are we looking here? It's got to move over to the right. not staying in place. Alright, so there's a problem here, which I didn't pick up on, and this is a classic example of why it's never a bad idea to have two eyes on the project. There's a gap up here. It can fit a finger to spare. That's where all the air is going. That's why there's no airflow coming out the grill, because it's all just pushing out the back. So I got to get foam strips and stick a bunch of foam strips all in there in order for this to work properly. I don't think I have enough on hand to do that. I have a bunch of these on hand, which are much bigger than is necessary, but I don't see why we can't use them just for the test. This has come under pressure now, so if we tighten this up a little bit, I'll raise it. Not sure how high it needs to go. That's probably good enough. It's taking most of the weight at this point. Jeez, I'm covering this sticky stuff. What the heck? Oh, come on. I guess I have to undo what I just did, because now there's a fit in the window. So we have to keep it. Actually, it could go down a little more, because it's pulling away from the side. Those stupid owls again. I hate those things. It's one of the most annoying sounds I've ever heard. Okay, so in order just to fix this airflow situation on a temporary basis until I go by would be the correct size. I think the 1-inch pieces would fit the best. These are 1.5 by 3, so they'll fit. It's just excessive. Actually, what I could do, just to save buying things I don't have to buy, I just cut it. I could cut those stupid owls in half too, but that's a different story. If I cut this in half, I get the same product that I would go and buy, so I just cut this in half because I've already bought this. Yeah, I felt so stupid when I looked in here afterwards and I saw this gap. I says, you gotta be kidding. But that's it. That's what the problem is. And that's all the problem is. Now, we also might want to put something along the side, but I think what I'll do is I'm going to go buy something that is has a sticky backing to stick on the side here, because it might be difficult to keep doing and undoing it. But this will get us through the next couple of days until I go to the Home Depot to buy the stuff. I can't believe how much air was getting out of here. No wonder it wasn't working properly. I knew something had to be up with it. It just didn't seem like there was enough air coming out. There's still a slight gap there, but that's like 99% filled in. Oh. Just get up to 100% filled in so we can have an accurate test of the unit. I've got to do something about this side, especially during the winter time. It's going to let a lot of air leak through. Like humidity in during the summer. I'll get this back now. I think I am going to put a piece of plexiglass here. It'd be nice to have a little window to see outside. Alright, the top is actually not open to the outside because of that beam that's there. So we just need to block off the side here. Now, the beam doesn't go all the way, well, it does, but the problem is it's shut on this side, but it's open right here. So I might need to just put another block of foam up here just to make it airtight for now, and then I'll get a piece of wood to go over here for now, and I'll cut the piece of plexiglass later. Because that's not urgent. I remember I have a piece left over from the living room install. I've got this left. So I'll put that and put that there. Must be left over from last time I did an install of these windows. This might be left over from the 14 can. Oh great, here we go. I gotta measure something. Good grief. About 5. Over 5. Yeah, it's about 5 1/4, I guess. Straight? Oh, it's not. Is the other side? No. Straight. That's close enough. Alright, so we'll go from this side. Oh, the pencil just broke. And I've been thinking I gotta get a vintage pencil sharpener set up here in the garage. I think there's enough of a discrepancy that if the thing isn't fully square, it doesn't really matter. it's even close to correct. Probably not. It's too tall. It's not ideal, but it'll work as a temporary solution. And what I can do is I can get like a long screw, maybe a 4-inch screw, and put it through there to grab the loop behind it. Very seldom use 4-inch screws, but every now and again, you need them. Screw is not long enough. Okay. Well, I guess I can go. I could do that instead. We're running out of battery on this camera soon. 15% left. That should get us through that pressure video. I'm just going to screw in right below here and try to grab the edge of the frame screw. first attempt. Not bad. Push this in as far as possible. Take these down. That's good enough until I can to the Home Depot. It'll be the day probably get tomorrow. Now I'll just put a foam piece up here because there's an output thing right there. Or what I could do is I could just block that up with this. That works too. Alright, we are sealed to the outside. Alright, that concludes the installation. The cover could use a little better cleaning. I'll get to that. Oh, this is going to get closed. Oh, that looks great. That looks fantastic. And the chances are good it works fantastic. I gotta find where the knobs are at. I have enough. I gotta find where that control panel is too. I'm sure there's a bag somewhere that has all that stuff in it. That's still not looking off. Okay. Don't remember what position that's in anymore. I'll have to get a scary 220 outlet over here at some point. But for now, we'll just plug it in with this scary 220 volt extension cord into my scary 220 outlet that's over here for the heat. Low. Oh, the airflow is double what it was on high already at low. There we go. That's what I would expect. Perfect. Now it's working properly. The only problem is actually it just barely clears the blade. It doesn't angle down at all, but that's okay. But it's going to blow the light around a touch. Nothing I can do about that. I can't get any more filled up than it already has. I wonder if I could modify this to, whatever block it is. Down. Wow, this thing is awesome. It's so quiet, too. Got a nice refrigerant sound. It's getting nice and cold. I bet the coil is going to get cold all the way through fairly quickly now that the air is cut down to the way it's supposed to be. This allows a lot less air to go through compared to the way I had it before without the cover on. A lot of people don't take that into consideration. It's an important thing to take into consideration. good airflow, top to bottom, except for right here. Otherwise, it's good airflow, top to bottom. I guess I should just turn one of these buckets upside down and start collecting the... Come on. Well, in the bucket's defense, there was a lot of weight on them. Drain hole right there. We'll figure it's in perfect alignment with the hose. That sounds really nice. And the install looks really cool too. So we have the 18 and the 6. I can feel that blast in the air all the way over here. I'm so hungry. Yeah, it's nowhere near as hot as it was before either because it's not under as much thermal load. I was pulling way too much air through the coil before. Starting to spin on the bottom already. Yeah, that's nice. The camera ran out of battery, but it's been running for a couple minutes now. Cold all the way to the top. And it's going back cold. Grab a light. I'll just grab the light on my phone here. It should be bright enough to see. I knew as soon as we put that cover on, it was going to go back cold, because what was happening was the increased airflow from not having the grill on was giving a very high superheat condition. These machines, being a piston-based metering device, or a piston-type metering device, and a very small charge, they're very sensitive to changes. And increasing the airflow like that will definitely throw things off. So this is working 100%. Air coming out is freezing. It's just working perfectly. A little bit of rattle, probably from the door, but at least the door is there and it's working. I don't know why these always disappear over the years. But this is great. I am ecstatic about this install. It looks great. It works great. It's so quiet. These are awesome machines. Whirlpool used to make such a great product. And look at how much water it's pouring. It is just pouring out. Very cool. Thanks again, Ken, for sending this over here. This was a machine that he pulled out. I guess it was on a job. And this is too new for most collectors, so he's going to throw it out, but he offered it up to us first, and I grabbed it because I like this kind of stuff.